Terence Crawford roast Jermell Charlo, just basically saying he's a disgrace. You didn't even try. You didn't even put your foot on the gas pedal. And he said that he congratulated Canelo Alvarez on his win over Jermell Charlo, saying that, congratulations, you made the lion look like a cub. And man, like, these are big words, fighting words coming from Terence Crawford. And I think that Terence Crawford saw that fight and basically said, do I really need to fight Jermell Charlo anymore? Because after a performance like that, like, I like Jermell Charlo, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter, he's a talented fighter, but it was obvious that he wasn't trying to win that fight. He was trying to go in there, not get touched too bad, and just say that he was in the ring with the greatest, and he got a check. So, like, I really don't think that Jermell went in there with the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna go box him and, you know, really pick him apart, wait till the later rounds where he'll potentially gas out, where I think that should have been the game plan, because in the last few fights we've seen Canelo gas out. In this fight, I even think that he gassed out a little bit, but he still dominated Jermell Charlo from the start to finish. You know, Canelo basically wiped him out. Like, I always say that Canelo doesn't do anything too crazy. Like, he doesn't do anything that's going to surprise you. You don't see something like, oh, I didn't expect Canelo to do that, or you don't see anything in the footwork. You just see the overwhelming sense of power and how it forces guys into corners. He cuts the ring off very well. He did that very well. But other than that, you know, the game plan from Canelo was pretty obvious. You know, he's coming to get you. And, you know, Jermell Charlo just gave Canelo too much respect, like Terence Crawford said. It didn't really seem like he was in that fight to win it, if that makes sense. You know, it just seemed like he wanted to last 12 rounds, say he didn't get knocked out. You know, that's what he said at the post-fight, you know, interview. He said, all these other guys got knocked out, I didn't get knocked out. Like, that was a moral win for Jermell. And, like, I know I respect boxers, but I think that kind of messes with the mentality of, you know, how people view fighters. Now he kind of showed people that, you know, you go in there not even thinking that you're gonna win. You just plan on surviving. Like, he probably said, you know, if I can land something, then that'd be great, I'll pick my shot. But in reality, from the way he fought, he had no intention of winning that fight. He had no intention of going in there and breaking down Canelo. Like take Caleb Plant, for instance. That win, a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter. It's aging. That win of Canelo, you know, stopping Caleb Plant, that win was great, but at the same time, Caleb Plant's performance is aging like fine wine, because it was obvious that he was maybe beating Canelo, and that fight was very competitive no matter how you scored it. But I had Caleb Plant winning that fight. But up until that point in the late rounds where he got stopped, I thought it was really competitive, and I leaned towards Caleb Plant. But in this fight, we built it up to be something really exciting and all-out Western shootout. Like, we expected something crazy, something explosive, but it was just Canelo being the aggressor and Jermell just really trying to survive. And he did some good work. You know, I think he telegraphed a lot of Canelo's shots, but obviously got dropped in the 7th round. But it was just no effort to, or no sense of urgency to go out and win the fight. You know, that was my issue with Jermell's performance. You know, I understand it's Canelo. I understand that, you know, he hits hard, everything like that. I just think that he did a great job of selling the fight, did Jermell Charlo, but he didn't show up to win that fight. And I don't think he really tried his best. I think he went in there with the intention of surviving, and he did just that. He got the check, but like Terence Crawford said, I just really don't think that he tried to win. I think that he gave Canelo too much respect. I'm not saying like what Terence Crawford said in terms of, you know, you should be ashamed of yourself, but at the same time, you know, the fans pay their money expecting to see something, and when you tell them, you know, you're one of the greats, you're an all-time legend like Canelo, you're a lion, this and that, and then you go in there and try to survive. And honestly, I didn't give him a single round. And I like Jermell Charlo. I thought it was going to be more competitive than that. I said it in previous videos. I thought he was going to put up, you know, more of a fight. I still picked Canelo. I actually picked Canelo by stoppage. He wasn't able to get that. But how do you stop a guy who basically has no intention of, you know, engaging or returning shots? He wasn't even like boxing. He was escaping. He was evading Canelo's shots, trying to anticipate them. And I thought he did a lot of good work. I genuinely think if Jermell went in there with the right game plan, he could have won that fight. Like, because he was doing a lot of good stuff. He was doing a lot of, you know, telegraphing Canelo's big shots. He was predicting Canelo's movements. If you guys saw, he was ready for a lot of the big shots, so he was able to roll with a lot of the shots, keep his guard up when he saw Canelo was coming around with a big right hand after the double jab, and he kind of just keeps his jab stiff and then tries to land that big right hand. But I just think that Jermell didn't really have that sense of urgency to win the fight. He knew what he was getting into. He knew the power was going to be a lot. Moving up 2 weight classes, he didn't have anything to lose. So he basically said, let me go in there last 12 rounds and, not get touched up too much, and I could go back to my family, enjoy my paycheck, and that's that. I was in there with one of the greats. I think that's what Jermell Charlo did in this fight with Canelo. But respect to Canelo, because going in there with a guy who's undisputed, I don't care about the weight divisions, but to clean him out in 12 rounds, I didn't give Jermell a single round, and then in addition there was the knockdown, which was a 10-8 round. So realistically, Canelo pitched a shutout. He basically wiped the floor with Jermell Charlo, who's a respected fighter, who's a talented fighter, like Canelo said, but there's just levels. And I think that Jermell's going to move down, but I don't think he deserves a Terence Crawford fight, to be honest with you guys. Like Terence said, Jermell's not even on Terence's list anymore after a performance like that, because what does he really have to gain from beating him? You're basically damaged goods at that point. You lost to Canelo already. He was trying to fight the winner, so realistically Terence wants Canelo now if Canelo's willing to take that fight. But it's also an issue of people are waiting in line, like David Benavidez, David Morrell. Those fights are still to be made, so we'll see what happens. I'd rather see Terence and Canelo, honestly, and then maybe Canelo gets Benavidez after that and then retire. I'm not mad at that. I just want to see Terence and Canelo, to be honest. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Terence Crawford was saying Canelo did great, but Jermell should be ashamed of himself. Didn't even try. Didn't look like a fighter in there. He should be, disgraced. And it was an embarrassing performance. But I understand where Terence Crawford's coming from, but I also respect Jermell, and I understand what he did. It's a business, and he got his bag, and he did some good stuff, but definitely got outclassed. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another NASFIGHT Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.